$50,000 a month. That's how much the guy who wrote this book says he'll be making this year from this 128-page, cheaply printed pamphlet. But the catch is, he didn't actually write this book himself. Today, we're going to talk about how to sell an online course without being the expert. Let's get it. Hey, it's Christian, the Work From Anywhere guy, back today to talk to you about creating a digital asset when you're not the expert, because we've been talking a lot about selling online courses, creating digital assets, things that make you money where you build them once and they pay off over and over again. But the problem is, I don't know about you, but back when I was getting started, I didn't really feel like I was an expert in anything. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And so I didn't know if I could be the one to create an online course. So instead, what I did was I focused on learning marketing that could apply to any type of business, any industry. And then I went out there and I partnered with people and helped them sell. And I let them be the expert. If you're wondering how big this can really get, one of my mentors was making $1 million a month from a product that he was not the creator of. He let the experts do their thing. He let them take care of the students, and he focused on all the marketing. And just so you know how easy this is, I wanted to show you this book today because this is 128 pages. I just got it in the mail and I paid $200 for it, which I think is a great deal. You can see this probably only cost $10 to print. But here's what happened. This guy created this booklet and then he sold it for $200, and he went out there and he just interviewed 12 experts. And inside this book is a print version of those interviews. And you can see it's in about triple spacing. So it's 128 pages, but it's probably like a 20-minute interview for each person. And so he just went out there and he interviewed these people, he transcribed it, and then he turned it into chapters in this book, and he labeled it by the expert. Put a couple pictures in here even. Look at this photograph. Now, if you're wondering why would the experts do this? Well, you're saying, hey, will you trade a 20-minute phone call? In exchange, I'm gonna get your name out to thousands of people and I can link out to your website in this book that I'm giving away or that I'm selling. And so it's a pretty good deal for the content creator if they don't have to do any work to create this program. And it's a pretty good deal for you because you get to sell it over and over again and you can own the rights to that. Now, the more extreme version is, a friend of mine just told me there's a guy out there who he rents out a big house and he brings in a film crew, and then he invites a whole bunch of experts over for a weekend and he produces their course for them for free in a high production value format. And in exchange for this, they give him the rights to sell their courses. Now, he can sell their courses on his website, and they can sell their courses on their own. So he has this website with dozens of course creators, courses on the site that he can sell over and over again, and he has that digital asset. So you can see it's really quite obvious that you don't have to be the expert to create and sell online courses or digital assets. Now, I want to give you 3 tips to go out there and do this because, like I said, this guy is making a $50,000 a month revenue stream just from this one book. Tip number 1 is focus on one big outcome. So the name of this book is 1,000 buyers a day. Now, that's a pretty strong outcome, right? If you're somebody who wants 1,000 buyers a day for this product, you're going to be very interested in this book. So instead of saying learn digital marketing or get better at Facebook ads, instead of selling improvement in something, he just has a really clear, visible outcome that you can imagine in your own mind. And you think, oh yeah, I want 1,000 buyers a day, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this book. So your course should be the same thing, right? You have one big outcome and that's the name of the product. Step number 2 is attract the right clients. Now, he could have said get 100 buyers a day or get your first sale, but he most likely wanted to attract more experienced marketers here. Now, if you've never made a sale online, you're probably not gonna buy a product that says get 1,000 buyers a day. That's gonna be too far out of reach. If you're somebody who's already had thousands and thousands of sales like me, then you're gonna be very excited by the prospect of 1,000 buyers a day and you're gonna buy this program. So he most likely wants to upsell into a higher ticket program from this book, and he's trying to attract the right clientele. Now, it's also a clientele who can afford to pay $200 for a 128-page print off. So he's doing a really good job of naming this properly with a big outcome and then attracting the right clientele with the promise that he's using. Tip number 3 is work with the very best. So both my mentor, who was doing $1 million a month, and this guy, they recruited some of the best minds to do the product. And like I said, it didn't take much from these content creators, maybe a 20-minute interview, and he turned it into an awesome product. Now, like I said, I'm happy to pay $200 for this because the knowledge that I've gotten out of just the first 10 pages is worth it to me. I can easily make $200 back on what I've learned. And that's because he chose the right people to work with on his product. So don't be afraid to go out there and go after the best. These people are usually too busy to be creating products themselves. So when you're saying, hey, I'd love to send you more leads of qualified buyers just from a 20-minute interview, there's a good chance they're going to be interested in taking you up on that. You're not asking for a lot from them, and you're asking to give a lot in return. So aim to provide more value than you take and actually make this a win-win for you, the customer, and the content creator. And that's how you go out there and you create your digital asset without being the expert. So let me know in the comments, have you thought about starting an online course? And if you were worried about being the expert, how does this sound? Why don't you go out there and partner with the expert so you don't have to start as the expert yourself? Now, you'll be the marketing expert. If you need help with that, come join us in WFA, where we teach you all about digital marketing and how to go out there and bring in unlimited clients for your partner in this business. So one more time, focus on the big outcome with your program, attract the right clientele who can afford it and will get value out of it, and partner with the best. That's how to create a course without being an expert. That's all for today. It's Christian, the Work for Anywhere guy. See ya on the next one.